Yeah, let's do the positive spin on this negative because obviously the Denver Nuggets without Aaron Gordon and without Christian Brown, the team's not as good right now. But the positive side of this is for years, the Denver Nuggets' biggest fatal flaw has been that they lacked rotational depth. And when it got to important games and it got to the playoffs, they were basically running 5, 6 man rotations. You know what I mean? They had to live and die with their starters. And if anybody went out, like we saw last year with Aaron Gordon playing hurt and everything else, it's been a real problem for them to be able to maintain that as the playoffs go because like their depth issues were clear. With these guys going out, obviously in this offseason, they added some rotational depth, right? Moving Porter, bringing Cam Johnson, freed up the money for them to get Bruce Brown and get Tim Hardaway and brought in Valanciunas and you're starting to see some of the young guys come up. With AG and CB out, you've had the chance to see extended minutes from Spencer Jones and see kind of what he's capable of doing. You've had a chance for Jokic to get extended reps with Cam Johnson and extended reps with Tim Hardaway Jr. and extended reps again with Bruce Brown to try to rekindle that kind of chemistry. You've had the opportunity to see Peyton Watson step into a role and really expand his offensive game a little bit. You've given the smartest IQ basketball player in the world more data to work with to fully understand how to utilize these guys better on the offensive and defensive side of the court. You've put these guys in uncomfortable positions and made sure they've had to expand their games. And I think that in the long run, despite the fact that the overall outcomes might be hurt for the short term with these guys out, in the overall, I think it ends up being a net positive because the amount of reps that these guys, the amount of data that's been collected, and you're finding out more and more and more about how these guys can play, how they fit in this scheme, what they're capable of doing. And in the long run, when it gets to big games in the playoffs, I think this is going to be advantageous for the Denver Nuggets because, like I said, man, this is going to be the first year in a long time where they don't have to rely on a 6 man rotation in the playoffs because they have those depth pieces that can do it. And these extended reps while fighting through injuries, I think is going to end up being a net positive.